is going to be hauled back to one of TMC's terminals. I don't know if it's going to be in South Carolina or if it's going to be in Des Moines, Iowa. I believe they're shipping it back to have the in-house mechanics diagnose the issue and figure it out, since the people here at this vendor cannot do it. We're here at the Peterbilt dealership now, and we've got the new truck. I haven't gone inside to take a look at everything yet, but there we go. And like I said, I'm recovering this truck, and there's some potential pros and a lot of cons with recovering a truck per the rental agreement. But let me show you guys some of the stuff. Like I said, I haven't looked at anything in this truck yet, so you guys and I are all seeing it at the same time. But when you get a new truck, you don't know what condition it's going to be in. You're always hoping that it's going to be good, clean condition with no cosmetic damage. And just me looking at this truck quickly, you know, I'm not seeing any blaring issues, anything standing out. I'm not seeing any scratches, dents, or dings. Nothing broken that I'm noticing on the truck. You know, none of the lug nuts are missing, which that wouldn't be a major issue if it was, but nothing huge that would make me take note yet. Like I said, I'm gonna go through everything with a fine-tooth comb later on today when I have more time, or maybe like at the end of the day or tomorrow morning. So you can see the condition that the other guy left it in, or whoever it was. And I guess some of the securements on the outside of the truck that shouldn't be there. That mud flap right there, I don't know how this previous guy had it stored. I haven't looked in these headache racks yet. What, I guess these are, yeah, the coil mats, which I don't store mine up there, but that's whatever. Let's look in here and look at that. That's a thing that okay. All right, got the lumber tarp, steel tarp. That's one. That looks like a mess up there. I don't particularly like that, but that's one of the drawbacks, because most of the time, whoever it is that you're picking up your whoever it is that you're picking up your recovery truck from, they probably don't keep it in the same condition and have everything stored the same way that you would have it stored in your truck. I mean, there's like miscellaneous junk down there. I mean, there's stuff on the ground. I mean, my truck, everything was neat and orderly and everything had its place, and I'm gonna have to deal with fixing all this stuff up to my own specifications at some point today. Let's check inside this headache rack door right here and see what we got, if I can get it open. All right, I was able to get that door open. That latch was sticking really bad for me, but all right, looks like 4 lumber tarps, or no, the 4 tarps that are here are supposed to be here. 2 lumbers, 2 steels, so that's good. This just looks like a big old mess up here. I don't know if there's enough. I don't see any edge protectors up here. I see like 1 plastic edge protector back there, a few metal protectors here. I mean, I'm gonna have to take all of this stuff out to be able to count everything, for one, so I can put in my macro to let TMC know what I'm recovering, because you get compensated for recovering equipment here. I gotta count out all these chains and chain binders and stuff. I don't know. Once I count everything out, I'm gonna see if I have to run through a terminal or not to restock the truck with the proper amount of equipment. I don't know. That's one of the most annoying parts of recovering a truck for me. It's having to deal with reshuffling everything to get it in order the way that you like it to be. But let's go around and walk and look at the inside of the truck. Okay, first impressions, it's not looking bad in here. It's pretty clean. There's no trash on the ground in here. All right, the back bunk area is clean. No trash. Looked like they left some cleaning supplies in here, which that's okay. I'll be making use of those in this cubby hole as well. See if I can use that, making sure that everything up here. There's a mattress, of course, and that flap's working all right, I think. Feels like there's something missing up there on that top latch. I think that top latch might be broken over here. It's not catching, but okay, that's not a major issue. Let's make sure the inverter works. It does. Good. Empty. Empty. All right, those are all positive things. So I guess for the most part, everything in here looks to be all right. I haven't turned on the E-log, and the steering wheel setup is a little bit different. My previous one didn't have the buttons on it, but this is probably just cruise control, and it looks like you can control the radio volume on this too, so that's cool. I want to make sure the CB radio works, and then the most important thing of all, let's make sure that the truck even turns on. So let's give that a shot and see. All right, power's coming on, that's great. Now let's make sure this joint turns on. All right, good. The truck turned on. It didn't sound like it really had trouble starting up. There's no indicator lights coming on the dashboard saying that there's anything wrong with it. And we're gonna do our pre-trip on it just like we would with anything else. Today's not necessarily about speed, it's about precision. So like I said, I wanna make sure that everything in the truck is up to standard. I wanna make sure all the securement is laid out the way that I need it to be so that I can work efficiently. And if I need to get routed through to a terminal, I need to see what it is I'm missing so I can put in the macro for that and let my fleet manager know so that they can dispatch and route me accordingly. And also, of course, need to look under the hood. That's part of the pre-trip, but we want to make sure that all of the fluids are topped off and there's no mechanical issues underneath the hood that I can see with my naked eye. And we need to go ahead and hurry up and get all of our stuff moved from that rental car into here so we can get rid of that rental car and get back over here and sort this out, because I'm not going to be letting my fleet manager know that I'm ready to get dispatched until I have everything in place and all of that securement equipment counted and laid out the way that I need it to be so that I can think. Let's turn this engine off. All right, because I'm the type of person that I need to have things in order and very neat and meticulous about my workspace. So I'm not even going to be able to think properly or focus if I leave that headache rack in the condition that I found it in. It is a mess by my standards. I don't like it one bit. But let's go ahead and look under the hood, and then we're gonna go ahead and move our things to the rental car, or from the rental car. I'm gonna do that off camera, and then I'm gonna go ahead and drop the car off and come back here. So let's look under the hood real quick because I got things to do. All right, we got the engine open, or not the engine, but we got the hood open. Let's take a look at some stuff that I'm just noticing off top. Well, of course that's dirty, but there we go. But that fluid level there is good. You might not be able to see it on camera, but it's like slightly below the full, so that's fine. That fuel filter right there looks like it might need some attention. The level of the liquid right there is pretty high. I mean, it's almost up to the white paper, and I can't really see the color of the filter, but it looks dark from here, so I'm probably going to change that out. That's why I keep spare filters on hand in case anything goes on, especially something like this. So we'll go ahead and switch that out. I'll check the oil. We need some windshield washer fluid. Let's look at the antifreeze level. All right, that's all right. That's right at the full line, so that's cool. Don't have to change that. And it doesn't look like there's anything out of place. No wires are cut or anything hanging. Nothing that's standing out to me immediately. I already walked around and checked the lights, but I'll show you guys as well what I'll do with that, just to show you guys the process. I mean, I've changed trucks. This will be my fourth truck since I started working for TMC. And every time I've switched the truck, it's been because the previous truck broke down, not because my previous truck was getting retired and I was getting a newer one. And that's also something I need to check. I need to see if this truck is fresher than my past truck. It's the same model year, but I gotta see if it has more or less miles on it than my last truck had. But let's check these lights real quick. All right, that's blinking like it should. Try to be quick. I get also, that's another thing, I gotta get these decals changed to suit me, because this all suits the last guy that was in this truck. But that's not super important. I'll get that done whenever I swing by a terminal and I have some spare time, or if I'm going in for service. You know, it's not a major deal. Lights blinking, headlights, marker lights. All right, all the lights are working. All the lights are working in the truck. Now let's go ahead and look. Let's turn that off, because that's annoying. My last truck had 519,000 miles and I don't know, like 112 or something like that. So 519,019 miles on it. And this one has, look at that, that's pretty good. It has like 200,000 less miles on it, roughly. Say 379,066 miles on this one. So this truck does not have as many run miles on it. That's good. So I guess in reality, this truck is less used than my past one was. I mean, I was running that truck for sure. I was going all over the country in that thing. We'll get this one up to standard soon, because I am out here to make money. But yeah, let me go ahead and switch my things from the rental car back to, or not back to, but into this truck here. Get myself in order so I can start working today. I'll check with you guys in a bit. All right, just got that rental car dropped off, no problem. I had to catch a ride back here using Uber or Lyft, and just because of the time of the morning it was gonna be like a 30-minute wait for the driver to come and pick me up. And I booked that, but the rental car service, one of the workers there said that it's part of their service to pick you up and drop you off if you need that, if you book that. I didn't know that was an option, so fortunately I was able to cancel that booked ride, and I got a ride right back over here and didn't have to wait for 30 minutes. So we can get ourselves back into shape. We got everything from our personal equipment back on the truck, but now I have to deal with the work of getting the headache rack in order. And it's probably around 9 o'clock right now. Let's take a look. Yeah, 9 o'clock exactly. So I'm probably not gonna get on the road, I imagine, till like 10:30-ish, because I need to sort that headache rack, and then I need to go over there. The trailer that I'm picking up is right there off in the distance. I gotta make sure that thing is in good order as well. I want to make sure that I'm 100% ready, as ready as I can make it be. Doing the pre-trips and all the stuff that I was telling you guys about before, getting the truck in order, since I'm recovering this truck. Before I go ahead and get myself out on the road, I don't want to rush things just because I want to hurry up and get dispatched on a load and then realize that I'm missing some stuff that I need to deal with the specific load that I'm about to pick up, or something silly like that. So it sucks a little bit right now, but taking care of this right now will do me good for the long term of the day and the rest of the week and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and sort this headache rack out. I'm probably gonna do it off camera, guys. I do want to make a video about how I organize my headache rack. Today would be a decent day to do it because I'm already going through it anyway, but I'm gonna be kind of tight on time today just because of the nature of what I got to deal with right now. So I'll save that for a day when I'm working off the clock, or not really working off the clock, but when I'm done for the day and I've got some spare time. Maybe like one of these weekends when I'm out on the road during my 34-hour reset, maybe I'll make a video like that for you guys. That way I can do it at a leisurely pace and show you guys everything the proper way, so you can tailor your trucks the same way if it suits you. But let me go ahead and deal with this so I can get out on the road and make some money today. All right, I just checked. I got a message from fleet managers. It looks like I already got dispatched to unload. Right now they pre-planned something for me, I guess, knowing the situation of what I already got going on. And my next load is picking up in, I think, Medina, Ohio, which I kind of expected, picking up some shingles from a place that I've been to a million times, and I'm taking it to Norfolk, Virginia, about 476 miles loaded. So I'm gonna have to put a little bit more pep in my step now with sorting out this headache rack. Hopefully I've got enough plastic edge protectors to do this job properly. If not, I'm gonna have to let the fleet managers know and see what they want me to do about that. But I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need to get run through a terminal to get this truck right again. And I don't think there's gonna be a terminal between where I'm picking up from and where I'm delivering to. So we'll see what they have me do. I'll keep you guys posted. All right, we're moving along. Still working on clearing up this truck, getting it in order so that I can work properly. But the headache rack, if I can get it open, that door jamb is sticking. I don't know, maybe they need some oil or something, I don't know. Some WD-40, but look at this, much better. I can find things now. I don't know who the last driver was that was in this truck, man, but I don't know how they were working. With the way everything was all over the place, I had to search for those plastic edge protectors. I'm glad they were on the truck though, because I definitely need them to pick up this load of shingles that I'm gonna get. But there, now I can see, you guys remember before, I'll see if I can do like a split frame or do a quick flash so you guys can see what it looked like again before I started readjusting things. But there was just a clutter, it looked like a bird's nest up here, just straps, 2-inch straps, just not wrapped up, not rolled up, just thrown in here. Got all the coil racks evenly distributed there. I got the chains and chain binders in an organized manner. Got my bungees there. Now I can actually find things. Now it's starting to look a little bit more like my previous truck that I had set up properly. I gotta get these down from here. The last guy stored his coil mats up top here. Those aren't supposed to go there, I'm pretty sure. But I usually keep mine on the trailer. I haven't gone over to the trailer yet. I'm gonna do that as soon as I get rid of all this stuff, this excess junk, except for my hazmat placards right there. Those are mine. I usually keep those on the trailer as well, but we'll do that in a second. Let me show you guys that fuel filter that I was talking about earlier when I was doing the pre-trip on the truck. That thing is filthy. Look at that. Jet black. Now, just to give you a comparison, this is a clean fuel filter, a fresh fuel filter that's unopened. Your fuel filter should not get that dirty before you change it. Now, it was this filthy, and then the fuel was all the way up to the white line that I showed you guys before. Don't let your fuel filter get that dirty if you can help it. Definitely don't let it get anywhere near this bad. So I was originally gonna just go ahead and pick up the load and do all that, but I want to just go ahead and start fresh with this truck. Just change out the fuel filter. That way I don't have to worry about any clogs in the engine or anything, because there was a whole lot of sediment when I drained the petcock down there. All the fuel that came out, there was a whole bunch of sediment and debris in that fuel, and that's not good. You don't want any of that going in the engine. I refilled the power steering fluid. We're just about in working order. It's later on in the morning now. Let me see. Actually, it's not that bad. It's 10 o'clock right now. And some of you guys might be thinking, well, you should just go pick up the load, get your day started and all that. You know, you've already got a load dispatched. You know, you're making yourself stay out longer or later for tonight. That's true. But if I don't clear this stuff out right now, I may need some of the items that were mixed up and all thrown around, stored, or not really stored properly, but just all mixed up and cluttered up. I may need some of that stuff. And right now, I haven't started my clock yet. And I'm still sorting out this truck, pre-tripping it, making sure everything's in working order to my standard, because I know TMC has pretty high engine brake over there. TMC has pretty high standards already, but my standards for myself are even higher. You know, I like to be very, very clean, neat, tidy, and meticulous, you know, especially when I'm using my tools. I do that for my tools at home and for these work tools that I'm using here. So if I don't clear this stuff out now, I'm gonna have to clear it out later, and it may be while my clock is running. Right now my clock's not running. You know, I can still go pick up the load and drive and possibly even get to the consignee and park up. I don't know if they have available parking or not yet, I didn't check, but I'm getting all this stuff done off the clock. That way my clock's not draining on me, and I'm searching around trying to find out where equipment is, because I didn't sort all this stuff out ahead of time when it was to my benefit, where I could be more meticulous. Otherwise I'd have to go pick up the load and just wait till tonight when I park the truck. But tonight I'm probably gonna be tired and I'm not gonna feel like it. So let me just do it now, cost myself a little bit of time earlier today so I can have an easier time later on. You gotta think, play the long game in your head. You know, temporary discomfort for long-term success. That is my motto, the way that I live my life and the way that I work. You know, I'll do something that sucks right now, but it'll make my job a lot easier in the future, because if I don't do it now, it's going to be even worse later on, you know, when I'm dealing with other things on top of having to fix that mess. So let me go ahead and change out that fuel filter, and then I'm going to go ahead and go over to that trailer. Hopefully the trailer is in better condition than that headache rack was. I don't know how the last guy left it, or whoever it was that had their hands on all that stuff last. So let me go ahead and do that so I can go pick up this load. Fortunately, the load of shingles that I'm picking up is actually in the same city that I'm currently in, so I don't have to drive far at all to go pick it up. So the only time I'll have lagging behind me is any drivers that are already there that I have to wait behind to get loaded, and the time that it takes me to secure the load. And anybody that's familiar with it, or if you're not familiar with it, I'll tell you, securing shingles is extremely easy, and I can do it very, very fast. I can get done with a load of shingles in 45 minutes or less, usually around like 35 or 30 minutes, because it's very easy. All you got to do is X straps, 2 straps on the first bundle, 2 straps on the last bundle, single strap in between. Like I said, your X straps in the front, edge protectors, and you're good to go once you winch it down. Very easy. I've only had 1 load of shingles in my entire flatbedding career that ever needed to be tarped, just 1. So I'm pretty sure that this one is not going to need to be tarped either. I'll be able to get back on the road and drive and get this stuff taken care of. It's gonna be worth it. I'll keep you guys posted. Let me go ahead and keep moving. And I was about to start securing this load, but I noticed something that could have been an extremely significant issue